Guys, yesterday, Judge Annalisa Torres of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York rejected the SEC's request to keep the Hinman speech document sealed. The SEC had previously filed a motion in December 2022 seeking to seal internal emails, text messages, and expert reports related to the speech. The SEC argued that these documents were irrelevant to the case. Judge Torres, however, dismissed the SEC's request to seal the documents and highlighted that the materials were considered judicial documents. These documents are typically presumed to be accessible to the public unless there are compelling reasons to keep them confidential. Therefore, Judge Torres emphasized the importance of public access to these materials. The document in question dates back to June 14, 2018, and it pertains to a speech given by former SEC official William Hinman. The SEC's current allegation against XRP is that it is a security. However, in the speech, Hinman disclosed that the SEC does not consider Bitcoin or Ethereum as securities. This revelation has been significant in the context of the case. The CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, celebrated this win by taking to Twitter and notifying the community. On the other hand, crypto influencer BitBoy suggests holding approximately 150,000 XRP tokens to become an XRP millionaire, thereby sparking debate from the community. By the way, what is keeping the SEC from making its decision over Coinbase? Also, the XRP Ledger has secured a place among the top 10 NFT blockchains just 6 months after NFT functionality came to the network. We will be looking at the effects of SBI Japan mentioning Ripple and its Web3 business. Finally, has the SEC case against Ripple been a danger to all cryptos? Stick with me till the end to find out more. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 31st of May. In a recent video, the renowned crypto influencer Ben Armstrong, popularly called BitBoy, stated the amount of XRP, the Ripple network tokens, a crypto investor must hold to take a millionaire status. In Armstrong's view, a crypto enthusiast needs to hold 150k units of Ripple tokens to become an XRP millionaire. Expectedly, the community was set ablaze by the crypto influencer's sentiment, igniting a myriad of responses. Some people conducted polls to seek the collective wisdom of the crypto community, eager to uncover insights on the matter. A poll by Jenna, a famous XRP influencer, attracted a considerable response from XRP enthusiasts. Interestingly, most respondents think one needs way less than 150k units of XRP to become a millionaire. Additionally, while 62.5% of the respondents think they need less than 150k XRP, the runner-up group, with 22.6% votes, thinks 150k sounds right. However, Armstrong made a cautionary remark, reiterating the importance of a conservative approach following the result of a poll. BitBoy's comments followed his own estimation that 150k XRP would put one in a millionaire status. In light of the result, Armstrong cautioned against being too aggressive with predictions, highlighting the potential harm such overzealousness can inflict on individuals. He drew lessons learned during the previous bull run and emphasized the importance of a more conservative mindset. He pointed out that while ambitious predictions may be tempting, they can lead to unrealistic expectations and potentially hurt investors. He said, "I learned one thing from the last bull run: being more conservative never hurt anyone. Being too aggressive with predictions can hurt people." Notably, for 150k XRP to make one a millionaire, the coin needs to trade above $6.70, and it currently costs about $61,000 to acquire 150k XRP, given the current price of 45 cents. On the other hand, Edward Farina, a crypto enthusiast, shared an optimistic view on XRP, suggesting that holding 10,000 XRP tokens could lead to financial freedom, unlike the 150k suggestion of BitBoy. Some notable news websites recently reported how a popular Bitcoin trader Nebraskan Gunnar taunted BitBoy for his suggestions on becoming an XRP millionaire. Gunnar shared a screenshot of an article and highlighted the 2 steps mentioned by BitBoy, which included creating a token and using the proceeds to buy $1 million worth of XRP. Furthermore, In a recent development in the ongoing legal battle between Coinbase and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Ripple blockchain community expressed concerns about the lengthy process it takes the SEC to decide a ruling. John Deaton, the popular pro-XRP lawyer, agrees with the Ripple head of policy, Susan Friedman, who mocked the SEC's slow progress in initiating the rulemaking process for cryptocurrencies. Friedman highlighted the potential disadvantages the United States may face if it fails to keep pace with other global regulatory frameworks. She said, "In the years it may take the SEC to decide simply to start the process of rulemaking, MiCA will have gone into force alongside other global regulatory frameworks." The MiCA rule, Friedman hinted it represents markets in crypto assets regulation, a forthcoming regulatory framework to establish a unified set of regulations for crypto assets within European countries. Proposed by the European Commission in September 2020, MiCA is anticipated to be implemented by 2024, ensuring a harmonized approach to overseeing crypto assets across the EU. Notably, Friedman's remarks come amidst Coinbase's legal battle with the SEC. Coinbase, a leading crypto exchange, had petitioned the SEC for a clear response on whether it plans to undertake rulemaking for the crypto industry. The Coinbase chief legal officer Paul Grewal posted about the matter early today on Twitter, noting that it had sought a clear yes or no response from the SEC. However, the regulator's recent response left the industry uncertain, as it provided a vague answer of maybe and suggested that rulemaking could take years. Acknowledging the need for rulemaking, the SEC informed the court that the process could potentially take years, indicating a lack of urgency. The Commission indicated that it would rely on enforcement actions as a substitute for rulemaking in the foreseeable future. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. The XRP Ledger welcomed native NFT functionality when the XLS20 amendment went live on the network in late October 2022. 6 months in, over 1.4 million non-fungible tokens have been minted on the network, making it one of the top 10 NFT chains in the crypto scene. RippleX, the development team behind the XRP Ledger, first drew attention to the achievement in a recent tweet as it sought to highlight the network's progress in NFT adoption. Bithump, an XRPL explorer, corroborates these claims of expansive growth. Data from the Explorer suggests that the XRP Ledger has welcomed 1.4 million NFTs in 6 months, with up to 791,700 NFT transfers made on the chain. Moreover, RippleX revealed that on XRP, Sologenic, and XRP.cafe represent the top 3 NFT marketplaces on the XRPL by market volume, collectively accounting for over 80% of the total NFT transactions on the network. Bithump data also indicates that there are 4,615 NFT issuers on the XRP Ledger, with the top 3 in terms of sales volume being Spunks, Bored Apes XRP Club, and Xspectre. As previously reported, the second largest single NFT sale on the XRPL occurred last month and involved in Spunk. The single largest was also in Spunk. In addition, total NFT sales volume has continued to skyrocket to impressive heights, as data suggests that up to 173,700 NFT sales have been made so far, leading to a total volume of $9.1 million. OnXRP commands 49.7% of the total volume, amounting to $4.5 million. According to the recent disclosure from RippleX, these issued NFT collections cater to real-world applications such as loyalty programs, real estate, music, and events and ticketing. The development team also noted that the community is carrying out more work to further advance and promote tokenization and the use of NFTs for real-world utility. Furthermore, SBI Japan, a prominent Ripple partner and leading financial firm in Japan, is looking to strengthen its Web3 business. This move aims to attract more institutional clients seeking to leverage its extended Web3 offerings and crypto-related services, including offerings made through Ripple. SBI Japan disclosed this in a recent annual investors report. Notably, the report indicates that the company's revenue for its crypto-related business stood at 30.3 billion Japanese yen from April 2022 to March 2023. This represents a 45% decline year-on-year from the value of 55.1 billion yen last year. Now to the big question of the day: has the SEC case against Ripple been a danger to all cryptos? In a tweet on May 16th, prominent cryptocurrency advocate and lawyer John E. Deaton noted that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission's case against Ripple has always been a major threat and danger to all of crypto. Deaton noted that people need to read the SEC's complaint literally and ignore the intentional noise to spot these threats. The pro-crypto lawyer explained that after the SEC filed its charges against Ripple, he spent a year convincing crypto enthusiasts that the agency was implicating XRP secondary market transactions as securities in the case. However, over a dozen people argued with Deaton that the regulator was only alleging securities related to Ripple's XRP sales. Others, including SEC's lawyers, argued that his concerns were overblown. According to Deaton, some SEC lawyers told him the agency would apply Section 4 exemption to XRP secondary market transactions. He explained that Section 4 of the Securities Act shifts the burden of exemption to the token holder. Deaton further shed light on Section 4 to show that the exemption clause does not apply to secondary transactions. Aside from convincing people that the SEC's complaint was implicating secondary market transactions, Deaton filed an amicus brief in the case on behalf of thousands of XRP investors to protect their interests. Deaton remarked that Perianne Boring, the founder and CEO of the crypto advocacy group Chamber of Digital Commerce, described the ongoing lawsuit as a precedent-setting case. In a video making the rounds on Twitter, Boring said the outcome of the SEC versus the Ripple case would have an impact on other crypto-related companies and other firms in the capital market. She clarified that the Howey test, which the SEC uses to evaluate whether a transaction constitutes a security, only applies to the initial issuance of an asset and not its secondary market transactions. In the 80-year history of Howey, it has never been applied to secondary market transactions, Boring said. It is worth noting that the Chamber of Digital Commerce also joined other entities to file amici curiae, friends of the court, briefs in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. The advocacy group's interest in the case was focused on whether the law applicable to securities transactions is properly distinguished from that of secondary transactions. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.